It's week 8 of the 2025 season, and we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Chiefs and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chiefs at 4-3, a game over 500, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. You talk about this Giant defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Wilson, option right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Down right around the 25. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going forward with the option right. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Pacheco once again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Running left to give to Pacheco. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their 1st one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And again, it's Mahomes. On the move past the 40 and down right around the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still 2nd down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs first down as the tackle made down at the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8. Motioning to the left is Robinson. Tracy going to get it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Wilson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Tracy trying the right side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there, and boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's Wilson. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. To throw is Wilson. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Giants ready to come out now. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Here's Wilson. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Wilson. This one is Slayton over the middle. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the give, it's Tracy. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Catch made by Slayton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. There's Wilson to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. To throw again is Wilson. Short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Again, Wilson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Now 2nd and 9. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still, fourth down upcoming. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Chiefs, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.